Hi, welcome. This is Lexi, and today we are going to be introducing the brand new IOD Q1 2025 release of Iron Orchid Designs. And we are working with the gorgeous Countryside Memoirs stamp today. Absolutely crazy about this little crest with all the flower swag all over it and all the intricate little birds and flowers that can go in the little frames and crest. So today I've stamped with permanent ink. I heat set that ink, and now I'm going to apply the IOD mask right over that previously stamped image. And I want to go for a slightly more maximalist look, so it's very busy, and I wanted to go ahead and protect my crest. So I laid that mask down and went ahead and stamped Garden Bouquet stamp in the background. Super easy to clean up those masks, just wipe them with the baby wipe and then stick them aside so you don't lose them later. I did go ahead and stamp the crest one more time because I'm going for a 3D effect. One thing to do with your masks is to save that little plastic bag it comes in, just trim off the sticky and slide all your goodies back inside. I'm going ahead and stamping both of those sweet little birds as well as a flower. The second frame and flower I'm going to use in another project later, but I did want to go ahead and kind of get them all stamped and watercolored at the same time. One of the things I liked about this set was not only the intricacy of the design, given the scale. I mean, it's super tiny, but they're super detailed and they're just precious, so I love them. Do make sure you heat set before you watercolor. Now I'm just coming in and adding all of my pretty colors. This set just happens to be Emily Grace's new colors. I did design a new set with her, which is Rusty Pickup. So I'm using a beautiful Rusty Pickup turquoise, as well as a little bit of Viridian. Now for that beautiful little flower, it's almost like a peony. So I'm using Emily Grace's Crushed Velvet. It's this really, really beautiful kind of opaque, dusty pink, and it looks like really old crushed velvet, which was an absolute bonus. I'm throwing a little bit of Quin Rose into that wet into wet pink just to give a little bit more dimension and interest. And I'm using Rich Green Gold as well as a little bit of Pine, which is another Emily Grace color as well. Go ahead and start adding all of your favorites in on that swag around the crest. It's just beautiful, so you can go crazy. And it's actually totally okay if you go outside of the lines. Don't feel like you have to get everything perfectly in the lines. I find that from an organic and natural standpoint, it's actually visually very appealing to have it go out of the lines. I'm throwing a little bit of raw sienna into the banner just to add a little bit of that kind of old linen muslin type of feel to the little banner on that. And then I'm going to use a soft blue like a cerulean blue in the background, using plenty of water to soften and dilute all of those layers. This way it doesn't really overpower once I lay my piece down later. Give your piece a little bit of a dry, and then one of my absolute favorites and a trademark is definitely to throw a little bit of splatter in and go crazy with the colors. You've got greens and pinks, you can splat all of them. The last touch is my fantastic bronzy color, again another Emily Grace color, and it's a gorgeous opaque metallic watercolor in a great bronze finish, so I'm crazy about that too. Dry it up, and now it's time to fussy cut. I use my little cutter bee scissors just because they're so sharp and they get into the nooks and crannies beautifully, but I'm going to cut everything out and then I'm going to go ahead and mount it down to my finished piece. Leaving a little bit of a halo around the entire piece just makes it pop a bit more. Plus, I'm going to go ahead and antique up the edges. This is also going to help with the dimensional pop from my busy background, and I'm using Distress ink in Vintage Photo with a little sponge applicator. And now that we have everything cut out, we're going to go ahead and stick sticky back foam on all of it. It's going to help everything pop up just a bit more. So just cut those strips down, stick them on, peel off, and you're good to go. Little helpful tip when you're working with small pieces is to use craft tweezers to hover and place your designs down. And there you have it, a cute little watercolor crest with stamping and masking highlighted by the IOD's new release for Q1 2025. Happy spring, everybody!